Welcome back to another video. Let's get started. So in this video, I want to talk about how I fill up and fill in my sketchbook. There is no right or wrong way how to fill in or fill up your sketchbook. It just has to happen when you want it to happen. Also, there's no right or wrong way how to fill up your sketchbook. I have my ways, you have all your ways, and we create what we want to create. So I say grab yourself your favorite blanket and a delicious sweet treat, and let's get this video started. When it comes to filling up a sketchbook, I feel that there are no right or wrong ways to do it, but the process of how I fill in and fill up my sketchbook is really not that special. So when it comes to my sketchbook, I usually have another list, or I have another notebook that is set aside and that has a list of drawings or things that I want to draw in my sketchbook. But sometimes when it comes to my sketchbook, it usually isn't always following that list. So say for example, one day I follow the list and then the next day I forget the list and I don't know what to draw. So whatever pops into my head, I draw the first thing that pops into my head, whether it be bats, cows, or objects that I see around the room or around an area. I start drawing. I remember when I went to school, I didn't know what I wanted to draw or what type of figures or types of things I wanted to put into my sketchbook. So I always look around the room and I first see and just look at what I could study or what I could focus on when it comes to anatomy or when it comes to trying something new. So I would first look around and I would either see a bottle, a cup, an animal, or just something, and I start drawing. Usually when it comes to doing these sketchbook pages, I don't put that much thought into it, but I do put in the effort to make it look like a finished piece. It's up to you if you want to make your sketchbook page look finished, or if you want to add a lot of color into it, or if you want to add a little bit more details into it. When it comes to a sketchbook, you don't have to spend that much time in drawing or in putting in details when drawing in your sketchbook. When it comes to drawing in your sketchbook, I tell myself, okay, I need to make sure that it doesn't have so much focus into one page, but I need to not spend so much time on a page. That's the opposite for me. I tell myself, okay, however much time you want to put in the page, you can put however much time you want on the page. But if you feel the need to move on to another page, you could leave the current page as is, and the other page that you want to start up, you could start it and you could either finish it or go back onto the other page. It's either or. Sometimes when it comes to drawing my sketchbook, I usually draw one drawing at the top corner on the right or the left, and I start drawing one image to signify that, okay, this page is going to be dedicated to this drawing, or that page is going to be dedicated to this prompt for the days that come. And this is a way that reminds me to be okay, this is why I'm following the list, because sometimes I don't have that inspirational kick. Sometimes when I look around the room or I look around an area, I still don't get that inspiration because I either drew that image or object so many times that it's now haunting my mind. But now I want to make sure to improve and also give myself more variety, because I want to make sure that I improve on my art, but also I want to make sure that my art grows, because I don't want to be drawing the same thing over and over and over again in my sketchbook. Of course, I love drawing bats and I love drawing cows and I love drawing all my favorite animals, but that isn't going to help me with improving. It's going to help me with improving on those two specific animals, but it's not going to help me improve when it comes to drawing something new. For example, this page, I was trying to draw different types of dogs, but every time that I put pen to paper, it didn't make sense. Every dog was looking really not like a dog. It looked really disformed and dysfunction, and it wasn't making sense. So I kept trying and trying and trying until I finally pulled out the sticky notes and covered and figured out a way to draw dogs. So I feel that when it comes to making these lists, make sure you put down things and objects or animals that you know for a fact that you want to practice and that you want to spend and take the time into practicing and knowing their anatomy, because if you draw the same thing over and over and over again, it's going to be a comfort drawing. Versus if you draw something new for the very first time and you don't take the time into studying the different angles, studying the different nose sizes, and studying the different eye sizes, it's not going to stick. It's going to be hard, and it's going to frustrate you even more because you don't know how to draw a simple dog, or you don't know how to draw a simple animal because you focus on other animals. So if you are going to go with the list approach, please make sure to input like hard drawings, but also try to do drawings that you know for a fact that you're going to like and you're going to enjoy. Every time that I create a list, I usually go on Pinterest, or I usually scroll through TikTok or Instagram, and that's where I get my inspiration from. And I know some people might say, oh, that's stealing. No, it's not stealing. As long as you make sure to credit your original person that you saw your inspiration from, then it's not stealing or cheating. Please, please, please make sure that if you are going to use any type of inspiration off of Pinterest, Instagram, TikTok, please make sure to tag in the artist. If you can't tag in the artist, then make sure to save the artist you got the inspiration from. There were a couple of drawings in my sketchbook that I actually got inspired by a couple of artists. In the beginning of the sketchbook, I got inspired by an artist on TikTok who created these long, tall Furbies. And I made sure, and I forgot, my rookie mistake, I forgot to put down the name of the artist. And it was my bad, and it was my mistake, and I really am trying to figure out who that artist is. So please make sure you put down the name of who the artist is, but also who the artist that gave you that idea. Again, I feel that it's right to always give credit to those who give credit. I feel like it is, yeah, you have to give credit to where credit is due. There it is. But also, I feel that when it comes to artists, I feel that like there hasn't been that much like credit giving. I remember like on TikTok, somebody reposted an artist, but they didn't tag who the artist's name was. They didn't have their little credit card, their little like info card at the end of the video. There was no mention of the artist in the comments or in the caption. But I recognize this artist because I already subscribed to them and I already follow them on TikTok and Instagram. So again, guys, please, 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 if you are going to be studying or doing any type of like fan art or any type of drawings that inspire you from an artist that you already admire and follow, please make sure to credit them, because again, it's right, but also the fact that you are copying from them and you are getting their inspiration from their idea. So please make sure to be considerate, because again, I feel that the art community needs to be reminded into being respected and being respectful towards their artists and their community. So please, guys, again, respect the community. And yeah, that's it for my little PSA for the art community. Okay. Anyway, continuing on with the sketchbook. When it comes to drawing and using different types of materials, please, please, please make sure to look and use materials that are appropriate for your sketchbook. Because, for example, the pages with the Pokemon drawings, I actually tested them on a different page and they bled through like Sharpie. So please make sure to test your markers and test your pens or anything on a blank sheet or on the back of the sketchbook for any type of like test or any type of attempts onto coloring and drawing. Usually during my sketchbook tours or during these types of videos, I love coloring and I love going back and putting more defined lines into my drawings because I prefer that in my sketchbook. You are allowed to have your own preferences. You are allowed to have your own opinions when it comes to having your own sketchbook. For me, when it comes to drawing, I used to do this thing where it was I would do pencil on one side and pen on the other side. Not because I wanted to make sure that I was familiar with both medias, but I wanted to make sure that I pleased myself with using both of these mediums. I really, really, really love drawing in pencil and I really love drawing in pen, but sometimes it's hard to switch back from one material to another material because you favor them. So that's why in a couple of my sketchbooks, there's actually one page that's pencil and then another page that's pen, and it's back and forth, pen, pencil, pen, pencil, pen, pencil on some of these pages. And you might have noticed that. I do that because I try to make sure that I get my hand familiar with pen and also make sure that I still am using regular pencil, because I want to make sure that I limit my mistakes when it comes to drawing in pen. It's really hard at first when I first started drawing in pen, because I would always make mistake after mistake after mistake, and I would always get so frustrated with myself because I made so many mistakes. But with the help of the pencil, it helped me out with erasing, but also telling myself hey, don't use this as your crutch. Still try to see if you could run with a pen. And I have been so happy, and I've been so really motivated into drawing with pens. But again, like I said, I always miss and I always love drawing in pencil. That's what I love about about a sketchbook. You're able to switch between pen and pencil and be able to just do what you want and do what you want to draw. I really also love the fact that whenever I draw in my pen or draw in pencil, I'm able to just improve on little things. For pencil, I always tell myself, okay, try not to use the eraser so much. Or for pen, try not to make so many lines, or try not to make so many ragged mistakes, because the more that you make mistakes, the more you're going to get frustrated with yourself, and the more that you're going to get upset with your piece or with your drawing. So try to limit yourself from your pen, try to limit yourself from your pencil, but also try not to make so many mistakes that you will get upset. When it comes to the materials, I use regular stationery. When it comes to the markers, I get I don't care what type of markers I get. If it's official Artex markers, I will love them no matter what. If they're not official Artex markers, then I would get cheap 99-cent store ones, Dollar Tree ones, Dollar King ones, the Dollar General ones, and so forth and so on. So I would try to get materials that I know for a fact that I would love to have in my sketchbook. I'm a big person of rainbow and colors, because I want to make sure that my sketchbook is really colorful and really beautiful. I try to make sure to avoid doing so much black and white pieces, because I feel that back in my earlier sketchbook days, it was mostly black and white, and it was a bunch of grays, blacks, and whites, and there was no imaginary colors. So I told myself if I'm able to get a new set of colors at Dollar King, Dollar Tree, or Dollar General, I'll make sure to get the colors that I know I'm going to use. And it's really hard because my colors that I'm really comfortable with are purples, blues, and greens. So making sure to branch out your color variety is another thing that you should be doing. No matter what people say, bring color. Bring a lot of color into your drawings. Bring a lot of color into your light, because color is your happy place. Whether it be black and white pens, whether it be highlighters, whether it be markers, whether it be anything, bring color to your sketchbook. And I think that's it. This is my first time talking during a sketchbook drawing, besides doing the sketchbook tour quickly on TikTok or doing the sketchbook tours on YouTube itself. I really got motivated from my Milky-tobers and my other drawing videos where I talk. So maybe this might be a ongoing thing on YouTube. But yeah, I hope that you guys have a nice day, night, or whatever. And I will see you guys in the next video. Please make sure to drink water and get something to eat. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.